What's up, guys? I want to thank you for joining me for another weekly video. For those of you, if it's your first time, I welcome you. My name is Joe. I'm an entrepreneur, investor, business, life, and relationship coach. Today, we're going to go over how to stop procrastinating. This is a big one, and I think a lot of people are guilty of it. I know I am. There's tons of things that I don't want to do, and I leave them off to the very last minute. That leaves us stress, gives us anxiety, never turns out good because the task never ends up coming out the way you want it to. You could always do better, right? Procrastination is when you delay something that you don't want to do, typically a daunting task, right? This could be anything from Christmas lights, since we're going into the holidays, something for work, something for school, maybe a project that's due and has a deadline, chores around the house, maybe a side hustle, working out, or dieting. Like I said, I procrastinate all the time. It's all about getting your mind into the right spot, into not doing it. That's what we're gonna go over today. We're gonna have a few points we're gonna go over. One's not more important than the other, but I think all of them together kind of bring the whole thing and get you some momentum going, and I think that's the most important part. So before we get into it, just a little background story for you guys that happened to me the other day. We have the holidays coming up. It's always super stressful because there's so much to do. Any of you that have kids, I hear you. There's shopping, there's decorations, there's a Christmas tree, there's cooking, there's pissed off family members, who's not happy, who wants this, who wants that. So at the end of the day, I came home and it was quite late. I just got finished with my kids and my girlfriend's starting to do the Christmas decorations. And I'm like, well, shit, I really don't want to do this right now. I'm tired, I just want to relax, go to bed, I got a long day tomorrow. But I said to myself, if I don't do at least some of it now, it's never going to get done. I mean, it could take 2-3 hours to do everything that they want to get done. For any of you out there that have a girlfriend or a wife, for any of you women out there that love to decorate the whole house, it's the situation I'm in right now as well too. So I said, you know what? Let me take 10-15 minutes and just do it. So I started. 10-15 minutes turned into 3 hours. After 3 hours, it was the end of the night. Got ourselves a little takeout. Hung out for the rest of the night, finished 90% of what we needed to get done. Well, what does that mean? The whole point is, if you can start, typically what happens is you get the momentum to keep going. So if you're like, okay, let me just do 15 minutes and then I can do what I want to do. Give yourself 15 minutes. I'll do 15 minutes first, then I'll reward myself with what I want to do. Once you start doing it, you'll get the momentum, and 15 minutes is probably going to turn into half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, or even multiple hours. But the most important part is to actually just take the initiative to get going, right? That's what I had done with the Christmas lights. That turned into 3 hours. So let's get right into the biggest points of how you can stop procrastination. Number one, and probably one of the most important ones, if not the most important one, you need to be honest with yourself. You got to admit to yourself that I'm procrastinating. Are you procrastinating? If you're watching the video, you probably are. So get honest with yourself. Have you been brushing something off? Have you been being lazy? Doing less than you really should? If so, you're procrastinating. Good. Now you're being honest with yourself. Now you can take the necessary changes you need to do something about it. Number two, and bringing it back to what I said before, start small. Reward yourself, okay? Get out of the habit of, I just got home. I got some things I need to do around the house. I got to work on a project. Let me take half an hour and just relax. Watch a little Netflix or play a little video game, and then I'll do and work on my project. That's the worst thing that you can do. You want to revert that and flip it, because what'll happen is if you sit down and relax, you're not getting up, and then it's going to be into the next day. So we're going to revert that, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into, okay, I'm going to do 15 minutes or a half an hour of my work, and then I'm going to reward myself with being able to do what I want to do. It entices you to do something, get it done. This way you can treat yourself to something that you enjoy doing, and you get the thing you don't like doing out of the way. But what you're going to realize is once you do it for 15 minutes, it's going to turn into a half an hour. So you're going to get even more done than you originally anticipated. And then once you finish the 15 minutes or half an hour, whatever it is, you get to do what you want to do. You don't have to worry for the rest of the night or the rest of the day. And now you can actually enjoy yourself without having to deal with the stress of, oh, I got to get up and do this in a little while. Number three is making a plan and scheduling. So what you want to do is you want to take your project, say it's chores, say it's dieting, whatever the case may be. You want to take your schedule and you want to kind of work it in, right? Take little bits and pieces. 10 minutes here, half an hour here, an hour here, whatever you can kind of fit in. If you've got a big project or something big and daunting that you need to do, that's fine. Most of the time, people don't end up getting it done because it's a big project and they think, well, I'm just gonna sit down and bang it out. Yeah, well, how's that working out for you? Because I know it doesn't work out for me most of the time. And when it does, super stressful, super last minute, and then it's rushed and it doesn't come out good, right? So take a look at your schedule, see where you can kind of fit in 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 10 minutes here, maybe a few times a week or even daily would be good. But then we're gonna go back to the same thing, momentum. You put those 10 minutes in, that's gonna turn into 20. Next thing you know, you're gonna get your task out of the way and the stress is gonna be relieved. Just remember, the further along you go and the closer you get to your deadline, the more stressed out you're gonna get. So for me, start it immediately, get it out of the way, get the Christmas decorations done in the first week of December so you don't gotta fucking worry about it anymore. Because once it gets down to the nitty gritty of buying presents and everyone's running around, that's when the holidays become miserable, and nobody likes to be miserable. Number 4, and this one's big for me, limit your distractions if you got things you need to do. Only for a short period of time, make those sacrifices until you get over the hump and get to where you need to be in terms of getting your things done. For me, it's going out, going to dinner, hanging out with friends, maybe going out with my girlfriend or doing something like that. Limit those distractions for a short period of time. You don't have to completely ex-nay them until you get it done, but limit them. If you know you're gonna go out and say, okay, after I go out, I'll work on my project, or I'll do the chores, or I'll do the Christmas lights. It's not gonna happen, okay? You and I know, you know it, I know it, at least for me, probably not gonna happen. So what I'll do is I'll remove myself from the situation, say not today, or maybe it's not a good idea to go do this, limit that time, get some things done, and then work it in when you could balance getting the things done and having fun at the same time. A lot of people like to completely block it off, take the amount of time necessary to get what they need to get done, and then go back to it. Small sacrifice, big payoff. If you're one of those people, and this is number 5, that have a lot of things to do and you don't know where to start and you have a deadline, reverting back to the holidays or birthdays or whatever the case may be, for those of you in school and universities, I feel you. Sometimes at the end of the semester, there's a ton to do and you don't know how you're gonna juggle it all, especially with family and the holidays coming up. Write a to-do list, all right? Not so much a to-do list, but things that you need to accomplish by a certain day. And then what you wanna do is you wanna take the easiest and the quickest tasks and get those done first. Why? Because as you notice you're checking things off that list, it's gonna give you that momentum to get things done. If you take the biggest one and try to knock it out first, you're gonna take all that time and only get one thing done, see 9 things still there, and still be super stressed out. Take the easiest, simplest, and quickest thing first, get it done, and leave the biggest 20% for last, because then it's gonna make you feel good about the fact you're getting things done. All in all, guys, procrastination is a normal thing for everybody. It's not gonna be the first time or the last time you're going through it. I go through it on a regular basis when there's something's going on, there's big events coming up. I always have my to-do list, but sometimes you just gotta have a conversation with yourself and be honest. Say, listen, let's just fucking bang this out now, and then we can go enjoy ourselves, okay? I don't know if it's crazy to talk to yourself or not, but I do it all the time because sometimes I need to sit myself down and just be honest and say, listen, you're brushing it off, here's your list, get something done, let's just get up and get moving, and we'll be rewarded, and then we can go do something fun. Remember to reward yourself too. You gotta balance that stress in life. It's not worth it if you can't enjoy yourself too. So after you get these things done and after you take the time to do things, reward yourself with something fun so you don't relieve that stress and makes it more enjoyable, right? Thank you guys for joining me for another video. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, drop a comment below with any questions or ideas, or you can reach out to me directly with any questions or concerns you may have on another video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check you on the next one.